What is up, everybody? I'm back with another video, and as you can see, I've got something a little different sitting in front of me. This here is a maisto 1/64 scale maisto truck. As you guys seen, I think I showed you guys a video, or kind of showed you guys this truck earlier on, that we're going to try and do something cool with it. Can we make a maisto truck look cool? So that is our goal for today. So you can see we got some wheels. Got some pretty cool looking wheels, I thought, on this truck, or for this truck anyway. So we're going to be trying to put these wheels onto the maisto truck. As you guys seen, it does have some old janky wheels on it, nothing too special. Oh, there they are, and they're all their glory. We're going to throw them in the trash can. So now, I already got this. I kind of smoothed them both out a little bit, and of course we are going to paint this frame. I'm not going to keep this all chrome. I'm not a fan of the chrome. It don't really look right. So we're going to actually paint this, do all the cool stuff to it, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to lift this thing up. So I'm just going to do a little marky mark with my finger here. Hold it here real quick, and then I'm going to cut it just like normal. And these are directional wheels, so we'll have to make sure they're both directional. Now we actually go to put them on, so want them both pointing one direction on this thing. So I think that's going to look pretty cool. And of course we're going to do all the traction bars. We're going to do something with the front grille too, because it don't have enough detail on the front end for a cheap little maisto truck. They actually did a super good job on putting all the details in. They just forgot to kind of highlight all those details in the truck. So got my wheels here. I'm gonna slide these wheels over. Go ahead and slide this truck over in the garage. This is a customer's truck. Still have not, I painted that camper shell like, well, twice now, and both times it just did not go my way, so I gotta redo it again. So now, anyways, let's get back into this. So I'm just gonna slide my little, actually I'm gonna cut this off here. Cut this little piece off. So now, go ahead and mark it up here, just like so. Now I got both of my axles here, so now what we need is a little bit of axle tubing. That should be really close, honestly. We'll see what that works out for us. So I'm gonna slide some more of this stuff out. Got another little piece here that should be really close, and I'm not sure yet. We'll see what happens. So even if we gotta cut a little bit off, no big deal. So I'm gonna go ahead, like I always do, and get my handy dandy super glue out. I was hoping that'd be cool, but it didn't turn out very cool. I was gonna make it like slide off and do all kinds of fun stuff, but it didn't work out. So make sure it rolls good. Got to have the maisto truck rolling awesome. I'm just gonna clean this up around the wheel here, where I got the glue on it, just like that. I'll slide my little axle tubing over. Hand that over to the painter girl over here.
Painter girl.
I think she should be in some more of the YouTube videos. What do you guys think? I'm just going to cut just a little tad off of this. So now, our directional wheels. See here, this is for the back side. And then this side will be up for this side. And then we got another one. Actually, what do we got going on here? So let me look here. I'll slide this one on real quick. So if we're pointing them this direction. Alright, sometimes these directional wheels get me confused. Alright, so now go ahead and take a little dab of super glue underneath the truck here. We're going to go ahead and glue the fronts on. So that way they are going to be sitting here drying while we're working on the backs of the truck. Go ahead and push this down. Okay. That should be pretty close. On both sides there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one back just a little bit. Just a little smidge. Oh, I should probably start gluing these on both sides. Alright, so we have a little bit of a lean to the truck. We do not want that. Okay, so that looks pretty good there. Make sure our wheels still look kind of sort of lined up here. Okay, and put a little more super glue. Oh, underneath this one. So, if we can get this thing to glue onto here, we'll be sitting pretty good where we want to. After it does dry, that'd be great. So, just try and get, just hanging out, trying to get this to, just to dry. Alright, so I'm going to restart this. Sometimes I get impatient and I go crazy because the super glue does not like to sit up very quickly. I'm just going to clean this side up here a little bit. Maybe make it a little sit more flush whenever I go to glue it on. Get a little more on there. Alright, so I'm going to pull it back just a little bit. Okay. That side looks good. Actually, they could go a little further up here. Okay, that should be pretty close. Man, every time I do that, it just does not work out for me. Okay, that looks good. Now we need to go further back. Okay, that should be really close to where we need to sit at, I would think. That side looks fairly good. This side does not. One of these days we'll get it, I promise. Alright, so our super glue keeps drying really quickly. So I'm just trying to get enough super glue on there to where it'll actually glue to something. Okay, let's go ahead and let this sit for a second. See how it looks on the front end. Front end looks good. And go forward. I think we repeated this like 3 times now. Whoa. So if we go forward too much, then it looks way off. It doesn't look good. And then you go too far forward, this side looks good, and that side looks good. Alright, so now the front is sitting right where it needs to be. Make sure it's not sitting crooked. Let that dry up for a second, and while that's drying, we're going to get our other axle started in here. I always forget to glue it. Alright. So, maybe this one will go a little easier. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make sure it rolls. Whoa. Perfect. Alright. So now I'm going to take my little Q-tip here. I better use a different one. Just like so. Rolls good. I can take my little axle tubing here. I cut just a little bit off of this one. And we'll go from there on. And also, if you guys ordered a package from me, if you guys are watching, that ordered a package, it got sent out today. So, if you're looking for it, be sure or watch your mailbox, because it might come in a couple days and you won't even remember you bought it. Alright, cut a little more off of this. Just a little smidge. That'll be way too much. You know how it is. It's like cutting a piece of wood. You cut it a little too long, and you're like, well, I'll take an 1/8 inch off. 1/16 of an inch, you know how it works, and then it's like an inch short. It does not work out very well, but in our case it did. Alright, so I'm making sure my wheels are going to be correct here. So it looks like, oh man, we are not having very good luck with these wheels here. In fact, I am going to start gluing all my wheels in. Okay, our super glue is not liking this kind of plastic, and I can understand why. It's just cheap old plastic, so we just gotta sit here a little bit longer. That's what I gotta tell myself, because if not, I get impatient. And I gotta remember, it's just cheap plastic. Alright, so I'm just sitting here kind of holding this where it needs to sit at, just because I don't want it angled or nothing like that. For some reason, every time I push down on it, it always goes crazy and wonky looking. So make sure that looks good. A little further. Alright, so I'm gonna put a little dab of super glue right here on the back side of this, and then we're going to make sure our wheels look good, and then I'm going to slide this wheel. Oh no, I'm not. It's going to sit here and dry, because for some reason it's still not dry. So I'm going to let this thing dry for a few minutes, and then I'll show you guys what it all looks like, and then we're going to put some little traction bars on it. So I'll catch you guys in just a second. Alright guys, so I think they're finally dry. Not 100% sure, so if they fall apart, I pause the video. It might go in the trash, so you just never know. You just never know. Alright, so now I can go ahead, whoa. Alright, so let's try this again. So I am going to overlap on the little drive shafts that they got going on here with some cool little painted ones. Alright, so go ahead, and I did realize I had the truck turned over earlier, and I realized there's a little spot back behind the front bumper of this thing. I was thinking, shoot, we can make a little front valance thing for this truck and paint it black. So, like I said before, we are going to paint the frame black. So, we're going to see how it would go if we could get that truck, or if we could get the whole thing in one go black. So, right now, I'm going to get my little super glue. Go ahead and glue that and this. Alright, so now, like I said before, I was looking underneath the truck here, and if you see right back behind the front bumper of this truck, it's got like a little indentation. So, I have this little styrene here, and I was messing with it a little bit, and I cut it to size, and it slides right down inside of that little hole. So what I'm thinking is we should make a little front valance for this truck and just make it look even cooler than before. So I'm letting my front drive shaft dry there. Hopefully, I hope the wheels stay on this truck for the truck's sake. Not for my sake or your sake, for the truck's sake, because it's going to go to the trash. So, let's just keep on trucking on this thing. Let me get my little super glue kind of capped back up there. So now, take my little brass rod here that we got. I'm going to slide it up here to this drive shaft. We're going to make another drive shaft for the rear of the truck. Whoa. Maybe. Try to keep it held in one spot. Alright. Oh. Alright, so try to keep it held here for just a second. Long enough where I can get my little marky mark on it. Okay. Put my lid back on my Sharpie. Alright. Go ahead and cut that little guy. Get my little tweezers out. It is hard to beat working with little tweezers. So if you guys are interested in getting into this stuff, I do highly recommend the little tweezers. They work great for every little thing you could ever imagine, including eating rice. Alright, so, or anything else, ramen noodles will work too. I love ramen noodles. I do really like ramen noodles, actually. And I found my new favorite thing. It's chicken fried rice. I did not try these out, though. So we might have to try that next time. Because we did buy a couple bags of it. Alright, so we got our rear drive shaft put into place there. Now we got our front and rear drive shafts put into place. Now what we can do is we're going to do little traction bars on this little guy. So, like I do on all of my trucks, I think what I should start doing is like figuring out where my traction bars need to go and go from there. Alright, so I'm going to go a little further out because there's a little bit of a frame rail right here. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it is. It's not really much of a frame rail. So, going to get a little mark here. Just like so, and it does not have to be perfect because I'm not actually cutting it to anything. Now I'm stuck to the truck. Uh-oh. Alright, whew. That was close. Close call there. Alright, get my little Sharpie back. I need a name for my Sharpie. I got handy dandy super glue, but I don't have a name for the Sharpie. Because that's one of my main little tools there. Is the Sharpie. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut another one of these. The same exact size. Whoa, I can't see. My big old fingers are in the way. So I'm just kind of sliding it up here. Okay, just like that. So now we have two of the same size traction bars for the front and the rear, as you can see there. Or the front and the rear. That was just the rear. Oh my gosh. I'm just going crazy. Alright, so I think I want to put it on a little further in here. Maybe right there would work good. So now I can just take a little bitty dab of super glue. Just like so. Put another one right there. Alright, so now we got one drive shaft. I can't even think now. The truck's got me all messed up. But at least we're making it cooler, maybe. Hopefully you guys think the same. Alright, And of course, in our next video, you guys will get to see the finished product on this thing and a couple more trucks that I've got going on. So, stay tuned for that. I'm trying to get to where I'm kind of trying to get out like a video every night here lately. Just trying to hit it hard, or hit it pretty hard on YouTube, just so you guys get more content. And just because I really enjoy doing all these YouTube videos. It has been a lot of fun here lately. I have been doing a bunch of them. I have not really took a break from actually doing any YouTube videos. So, just put my little Marky Marker. That's the new name of the Sharpie. Marky Marker. I'm going to have like a little pop quiz one of these days. Like, what do I call my Sharpie? Oh, Marky Mark. You get a free truck. You just never know. I might start throwing some stuff like that in there. That'd be kind of fun for everybody. And just get everybody kind of active and kind of wanting to do... Whoa, why am I so shaky? I just got all kinds of shaky all of a sudden. I can't even focus. Got excited about the whole Marky Marker thing. Now I can't even concentrate. Alright. Go ahead. Sand this down a little bit. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, I might have like a little pop quiz on I don't know. Oh, what am I doing? I didn't even cut the other traction bar yet. I need to cut the other traction bar so I'll have two of them the same length. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut our little traction bar here. The same length. Maybe. Go ahead and slide that down there. Okay, get my little cutters out. I think that's what we should do. We should start naming like the cutters and everything. Like, then there could be like a pop quiz at the end of the year, like, oh, so what do I call my side cutters? Or what do I call my Sharpie? I'll forget what I called my Sharpie. Just the handy dandy super glue just kind of fits. I'm not sure. We'll figure something out. I'll have to write it down. In what video did I say this? You know, that would be kind of fun. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you guys would think about doing a little like pop quiz kind of giveaway kind of style video. That would be kind of fun to do. Instead of just kind of... Well, maybe. Alright, there we go. So I hope my videos are getting a little more entertaining to everybody. Instead of just, oh, well, this is how you do it. Alright. But I hope you guys are enjoying them a little more than what you did at the beginning of all these crazy videos. So we're getting a little more into it, getting a little more comfortable with YouTube, and just trying to show everybody what's going on. See if we can make cool maisto trucks off of YouTube. That'd be cool. And kind of some cool green lights. Hopefully you guys think they're cool. They're cool to me. So, anyways, so now, like what I was saying before, I'm going to do a little front valance on this truck. Or, not truck. Little, blazer. So, I'm going to cut this down just a little bit. Kind of cut this down on this side a little bit. I'm going to go ahead, add a little bit of super glue. Don't worry, I got super glue, the lid in my mouth. I didn't just start talking like that, I promise. Alright. And then, of course, we're going to sand this down once everything dries real good. So, go ahead and kind of push it forward towards the front of the front bumper. So that way it dries real good. Just kind of push it all the way down here. Alright, so check that out. we got a little front valance on the front of this truck that's white. So you guys can see all the cool traction bar stuff. I don't think we're done with this truck. I think we should do some cool details to this truck and make it just pop out a little more. And just kind of, I don't know, try something. So, I got a little bit of panel lining stuff here. I'm going to wipe some of the dust off of it because it's dusty. Alright, so we're going to try and attempt to do a little grill work here. Kind of do a little bit over on the grill. Check that out. That looks sweet. Make sure we don't get any on the front bumper. Check that out. That just made the whole truck like 10 times better right there. So, of course, we gotta let this thing dry up a little bit, and then I'll have her paint it. 164, what was it again?
164_scale_customs.
Alright, hopefully you guys heard that. If not, come closer to the camera and say it again, because I can't remember. It's close to mine, but it's not mine. So, like I said before, I'm going to work on her. There's her little Instagram there. Her phone is about dead. Tell her to charge it.
I'll charge it.
Like I said before, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video. And of course, there's going to be a lot more detail into this truck once we are completely done with it. Got the little front valance put on it. I think that looks pretty sweet. We're not completely done with the front valance. We are going to add a little bit more, and I got to do a little sanding on it, smooth it out a little bit, just make it a little bit nicer. And what? Oh man, we got to do a little more. I just touched the front of the truck, and now, all right. So let me go ahead and touch that up. That was way too much. I need a Q-tip. Go ahead and clean this up a little bit. What's crazy to me is Maisto ain't even licensed, or don't even have the license of this truck on their front, or on the front. That's crazy. They do good work. Why not let them license the truck? It even says 1979 Chevy K5 Blazer underneath it. Oh, and it says Chevrolet right there. What? Why can't they have a little Chevrolet badge? Maybe it does. Maybe I'm just blind. I'm just blind. I can see it. I can see it. It's right there. It's a little bitty gold thing. Not very seeable. She said she's going to paint it red, so we're going to see it painted red. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell icon so you guys can see all the updates on all the cool, crazy videos that we come out with. I do have another little Maisto truck that we'll be doing soon. So, like I said, be sure you're subscribing to this cool channel. So, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.